Hello and welcome to Racetrack Hollow. Today we are going to meet Mica, a 10-year-old Pasifino mare, and her trainer Sandra. Mica shares the stable with a 20-year-old Morgan named Bridget.
This is Bridget. She's here keeping Mica's company. Mica, come out here, Mica. Come on, Mica. And they get a flake of hay, which I keep over here for convenience. She gets about this much morning, noon, and evening. 7 a.m., around noon or 11, and then again at between 4 and 5. She likes to dip her hay in her water, so then her water bucket's full of hay, and she has her blanket on, her sheet right now. She has 4 different grades of sheets. In the winter it's just like our winter coats and spring coats and stuff. She goes from very heavy, light to heavy, and back from heavy, step by step down to light. This is called a rope halter, and I like to put this on her because it gives a lot of control, and this just simply take the rope and put it through there, tie it in a knot, and it puts pressure points, where these knots are pressure points on her, where they breathe through their nostrils here, and if you pull it back, it will give them a signal. It also has a pressure point right here under the throat latch. This is where this knot would go. And this simply is put on here with a knot, and you can take it off and on and leave just the halter. But the lead rope, I like always to have a lead rope even when I ride her. See, this can come right out from here. When I ride her, I put her bridle right over this, and then she can, I always have control of her. And her blanket, this is just called a sheet. It's fastened under the stomach. It's also fastened on the chest. And it's fastened between the legs. Otherwise the sheet, there's a strap here that goes around under her leg and on the other side. Some blankets go over only go over the head. Now, she's called a Pasifino. Bridget down here is a Morgan. Bridget is a Morgan. This girl is, Pasifino means fine gait. Okay, Mica's called a Tobiano paint, tricolor paint. The 3 colors are, of course, white and brown. You don't notice it as much, but she has a couple of spots of black. One on her back hook here. See that spot? She has a couple other little spots, which makes her more valuable for her color. And she just tried to bite me. Stop it. The wooden railed fence, often the horses will rub against them, and they'll put their heads under the bottom rail and push to get the grass and knock it off the rails. They'll knock down fences because they're very powerful. So this is an electric intermittent fence. You can touch it. It's not really dangerous to people. Now this part of the fence here, where I bring her in and out, isn't even electrified. But just because they think it is, they'll respect the wire. They don't respect the fences as much as the wire. These are her first few bites of grass for the spring, and once the grass comes in heavy, you can't just turn them out on the grass all day because they can colic. You have to start turning them out in the pasture for 10 minutes, then maybe the next day for 15 minutes, and maybe 15 minutes a day for about a week, and then you gradually lengthen it. It's important that you don't let them get too much grain or too much grass. Those are the two worst things for a horse, because they cannot regurgitate. For being such a big animal, they have a very delicate digestive system. It's called a round pen, and it's mainly for exercising and training horses. A lot of people like to lunge their horses before they ride them to get some of the funk out of them, especially in the spring and in the winter when they're feeling the rope. This is just a whip. I don't hit her with it. It's just that gives her a signal. When you lunge, you could lunge on the end of a rope, which I'll show. Now I'm going to take the lunge line off, and I'm going to do what's called free lunging, which I like better, and I think the horses like it better too, where she'll just go around. Yeah. Let's go. Come on. Notice how she picks up her feet at what we would call a trot, but it's really not a trot. It's called a slow gait. And she's feeling good. She's feeling real good. No, not yet. Keep going. See, she's favoring her left side. Just like a person is right or left-handed, this shoulder, when this shoulder leads forward, it's called on the right lead, and when this shoulder reaches forward, it's the left lead. And she seems to be favoring her left lead. She wants to go this way all the time, but to train a horse, you really should have them go on both sides, and she's not as comfortable going with this shoulder leading. But she got her exercise for today. You see how her lip is moving under here? That's a submissive move. In other words, we force them to stay away from us in the ring. When they want to clip, it's called licking and chewing. And when they start licking and chewing with their bottom lip, like this, it means they're being submissive to you now.
Now, Mica's exercise is done, Bridget is happy, and both will have a treat. Until the next time, many thanks to Sandra, Mica, and Bridget of Racetrack Hollow.